Since the birth of this East, the Druze have taken part in shaping its history, and even before Canaan they contributed to the making of civilization. They rebelled against the life of the desert and nomadic wandering, and rooted themselves in their land like trees, offering humanity through their trade, philosophy, science, and industry, together with a message of peace, love, and spirituality that distinguished them from other civilizations in an age when the language of war prevailed. Thus, as Phoenicians, they crossed to the far reaches of the world, carrying with them engineering, literature, the Phoenician alphabet, the Hermetic philosophy of creation and its 7 laws, Pythagoras's philosophy of existence, and later the teachings of his disciples, Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. And when their coasts were subjected to repeated invasions, they resolved to add strength to wisdom and justice. They fortified themselves in the mountains, and their name became firmly associated with Dur Araz, meaning the guardians of the cedar and the pointed mountain. The Druze lived alongside all religions and accompanied them without dissolving into them. They embraced reason as their guiding authority and held it sacred. Science was their compass, human encounter their temple, and generosity their sacred ritual. The Druze are an ethnicity, a civilization, a philosophy of deep inner consciousness, and a spiritual path that continually advances and offers humanity what the universal intellect inspires in every age. They embrace gnosis, Urfan, and spiritual mysteries as a source from which creativity is born. The Druze presented themselves to humanity in an organized manner through several historical stages, from Akhenaten to Al-Hakem, who brought the Druze path to the wider public after it had been confined to an intellectual elite circle. During his reign, the Dar al-Hikmah Library, House of Wisdom in Cairo, was established, which for a long period was the largest and greatest library in history because of the philosophical, scientific, and literary works it contained, as well as its rare historical manuscripts. Thus, his era marked the end of the age of dissimulation and concealment taqiyya, and of the secrecy surrounding the spirituality and knowledge of this path. The Druze transmitted their knowledge and teachings to others through a collection of messages called the Epistles of Wisdom. They approved their revision every 3 generations so that they would remain in harmony with progress, science, and knowledge, in accordance with reason, logic, and human consciousness. No particular text is regarded as absolutely sacred, and in doing so, they established an ethical system founded upon self-accountability under the judgment of reason. It should be noted that some epistles that were circulated during Nashtikin's period were a reaction to the massacres committed against the Druze during that time. They do not represent Druze intellectual thought or the rational heritage that has characterized the Druze throughout their history. Breaking free from secrecy and isolation is no longer a matter of choice. It has become an existential necessity imposed by the challenges of our time and the transformations of reality. Those who lack a clear vision dissolve into the crowd of nations, and those who fail to define their future with awareness and courage leave their destiny to be shaped by the currents of time. DNA studies have demonstrated that the Druze are an indigenous people who have inhabited the Middle East for thousands of years, preserving an important part of the region's genetic heritage. It is therefore both our right and our responsibility today to attain the place we deserve among the civilized nations of the world. Knowing the truth is the path to justice and rights.